So look, Jorge Masvidal, he's been talking about making a comeback, man. Last year, he hung up the gloves after taking a loss to Gilbert Burns, but now he's back, saying that he's ready to throw down again, either in boxing or in MMA. And you know what? His first choice for an opponent seems to be none other than Nate Diaz. Masvidal even went down to Stockton, California, just to try and set up the fight. He was literally handing out his numbers to people, hitting up the local spots, all in hopes of getting Nate Diaz on board. But hey, if Nate Diaz is not game, Masvidal has another target in mind, none other than Chael Sonnen. Yeah, the same Sonnen who's been caught up in PED scandals and legal troubles. Jorge's not holding back at all. He's calling out Sonnen's cheating ways and even taking shots at his appearance. I mean, you got to give it to Jorge Masvidal. He's not pulling any punches at all. All right, so Jorge Masvidal wants to come out of retirement. Obviously, he wants to come back and fight sometime this year and fight someone like Nate Diaz or Chael Sonnen. Let me just say this. I want to be very clear in this video. So far this year, 2024, we've heard of some pretty crazy call-outs, and we've heard of some pretty goofy-ass call-outs, if I'm just being completely freaking honest. I think the last call out that I thought was pretty damn goofy was Ilia Topuria calling out Conor McGregor. But some way, somehow, Jorge Masvidal has done the impossible, ladies and gentlemen. And he just came out and let me just say this. Let's give Jorge Masvidal a round of applause, right? And a standing ovation. Congrats, Jorge Masvidal, because you just completed the impossible mission of having one of the goofiest callouts I've ever heard this year so far. So congrats to Jorge Masvidal for that. He wants to come back and fight Nate Diaz, a fighter that he already beat the shit out of. And he wants to fight him in either boxing or MMA. Or he wants to fight Chael Sonnen, who is damn near 50 years old. Like what? Like what? Okay, look. I like Jorge Masvidal, right? I do think this. I think he is one of those people who just have this fighter persona, this fighter identity, and they just can't let it go. They can't let it go. It'd be one thing if Jorge Masvidal was to come back and be like, yeah, I want to compete. I want to compete back in MMA. But the way he's going about it, it kind of just seems like this dude is looking for a paycheck. Or am I wrong? Am I wrong? Because that's what it looks like to me. It looks like he's just trying to get an easy paycheck. Right? Because Nate Diaz, I mean, he's way over the hill. And he got beat up by Jake Paul. He got beat up by one of the Paul brothers. I mean, I don't know. Chael Sonnen, 50 years old. I mean, I don't know. Look, if Jorge Masvidal really wanted to make some money in combat sports, I think the one fight people would really, really love to see him come back in is fighting someone like Mike Perry. Why can't Jorge Masvidal go to BKFC, have a fight against Mike Perry, and make a shit ton of freaking money? Why can't he just do that? It kind of screams to me like maybe some of these, bare knuckle events that he was hosting didn't make him as much money as he thought, and they were kind of just like failed experiments. We can only speculate. Because there's no real reason for him to come back to the sport anyways. His last fight was pretty freaking hard to watch. The fight before that, he got freaking torched. It doesn't make sense for him to come back to the sport, if I'm just being completely honest. Like 100%. There is no doubt in my mind that he should just walk away while he can. He's way over the hill. You know what I'm saying? He's not nowhere near his prime. Obviously, he's looking for a paycheck. So I think if he is looking for a paycheck, go fight Mike Perry in BKFC. Make a shit ton of money right into the sunset. It doesn't make any sense for Jorge Masvidal to come back and to challenge someone like Nate Diaz or Chael Sonnen. It just doesn't. But let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below, ladies and gentlemen. As always, it's a pleasure talking to each and every single one of you guys. Peace out and have a good one.